What just happened here? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Nice, a broken e-handbook added to the truth bullet. Okay then, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit.
Yeah, we need to find out what killed Chihiro.
To be exact, not quite. What? Not quite? Excuse me, not quite a what? What do you mean by that, bleh? To be exact, not quite? Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely,
I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack.
then you really think, you truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely, I have no doubt that the Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. Oh, a reaction? Whoa! Genocide Jack? That murderous fiend is a Genocide Jack, right?
What?
There is nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They are like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? The Killerino Chaco Genocido. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that is just a urban legend, right? Still, could one of us really be a demented psychotic killer like that? You are not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. Show me what? What do you mean by that, Travis? And I have a basis to believe that, I assure you. Genocide Jack is one of us. What? How do you basis Brother Jack? What of us? Is there really proof, Biagua? There is somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is
The one that killed Chihiro.
evidence? Does that something like that really exist? Hey, you two. Big trouble, we need your help.
I don't have time to play with
We
you.
are busy, leave us alone. It's an emergency. Come on, please, you gotta help me. Oi, what's going on? What's the emergency?
Please!
This is a serious emergency. Please, you gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, honey? But it's an emergency. Ah, a reaction. An emergency? What happened?
Well...
Something's wrong with Togo. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakua?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit it. I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no, and that'd be the end of it.
Yeah!
Okay. Come on, hurry, dudes. Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
It looks like she headed to the dorms, to Togo's room, most likely. You're right, dude. Hey, how are you feeling, Biakura?
Such ignorance.
You're talking to the wrong person, you waste of space. No, I want to talk to you. You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast, bro. What is this emergency?
So,
After what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, how she was doing. But when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out and kept saying all this weird stuff, bro. Weird stuff, bro?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea, Big. Toko. No, that's Junko. Where is Toko? Psycho. Toko. I may as well give it a shot. Bang, bang. Ding la dong. The door swung open slowly and silently. Hi. How's it doing today? Holy crap. An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me. Gasp.
What?
What?
Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time when I rang a little while ago. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend. Okay, bro, you're crazy. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Togo was scared enough to even bar her door. Does she think the same thing as Byakue? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Togo's so scared?
But...
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Maybe you can, Byakue. Hey, Byakue. You think you could ask her to come out of her room, I mean?
That's fine.
Okay. You're gonna talk to her, Byakue? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakue stood in front of the door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. Dung-a-la-dung. After a few moments...
What do you want?
Leave me alone, you're also annoying. Ah, Bakula.
It's Byakuya.
Byakue. I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakue couldn't pull it off. There is nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on, bro. Hey, Byakue. What was Togo talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
I don't know, dude. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh yeah, okay, I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well, then let's go, dudes. Without waiting for a reply, Byakue sped away. And I hurried to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking toward his destination, unknown. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, bro, let's go in. But this is not the crime scene, this is a waste of time. This is a waste of time, Byakue. Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again. Okay, is it in this room that you didn't let me go in? If I remember, on the other side of this door, it's the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Here?
Let's go.
It will all make sense once you are inside. Wow, we got some more books. I love books. Wow, there's so many books and files. So much dust, too.
So, in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Okay. What do I want to do here? If you pay attention to your surroundings, you are sure to discover that value for yourself. Oh, pretty Lamborghini. Ooh, the camera. Hello, camera. How you doing? There is even a surveillance camera here. In the archive. There's so many files stuffed onto the shelf. What's in all these things?
That's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. They'll kill you. Dangerous how? They're just paper. They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. What about these books here? They look promising. This shelf is stuffed tight with flies. Or files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. What?
That's right.
That is the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. What? Without making a sound, I returned the file to the shelf. I guess I'll check out the stuff on the floor. There is a wooden box. It is empty. Although judging by the smudges in the dust, it looks like something was inside. Some nerd. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord? An extension cord? What about a light post thingy? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw using in the library before.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it into good use. Nice. That's it. Anything else? Or is there something behind you? Behind you. There's a ton of thick files stuffed onto the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. What do you mean, bro? All those files there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Not very hot, very cold. Those are the internal documents for police eyes only. They are not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. I leak in the bathrooms? So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here.
Interesting.
It's home to classified government documents, police reports, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guy's problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it as a lie. Well, it's not that. It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hope's Peak truly wields, or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. A reaction reviewed multiple times? Hold on a second, you're saying you read all these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course. Not as dusty. What? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible, Leo?
So, in other words,
I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council, and I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation report. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was a little boy. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of these cases just by reviewing the report. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is a genocide case. As he talked, BQ grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
that's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust written in blood and the victim's body suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other high-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. What? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Oh boy, I would like to mount some other people. Kill. Mount? Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That is the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So, in other words,
The culprit isn't a copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack. Whoa!
in other words,
That right there is the evidence that a Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then Genocide Jack really is? Such a brutal, fiendish killer really is walking around among us?
interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now don't you think it will be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Show me what? Your 10-inch tallywhacker? About that Genocide Jack case file. Can I see it, please?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Whoa! It's murder cases. Handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous finger. Suddenly my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. Oh boy. The names of Genocide Jack victims ran on for several pages. Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Shoji Gyaku, 23. Kano Issei, 14. Takeshi Yoshida, 30. Kamatsuna Taro Tekafumi Gono. Uchida Naohisa Takeshi Masamune. Oh, Masamune. Yuro Yumiyama. There was no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All of the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page and you will find another interesting tidbit. Next page. Whoa, it's the craziest book I ever saw. Profiling results. All of the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. Oh, this happened during the night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but then they did leave. They were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder, commonly known as DID.
So, in other words,
the key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. A split personality, like the kind of thing you see on television. Some part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up to now. Or maybe it really isn't, I don't know, I feel like my mind has gone numb. Nice. The Genocide Gyaku case file to the Brutbullet.
let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Huh? Where are we going, dude? Anywhere but here. We've finished our business here, haven't we? Way big union. As usual, Byaku had turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. What? Just all of a sudden like that, bro?
I don't have time to play
Come
with
on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? You think I'm going for the same team? Take a responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. Bye. And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he had asked me to join him, he cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I had uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jaku, he is the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us? But who is it? I have to find that out, no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go, investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I shall check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can. Alright, I think it's this direction here. Over here, the pool. Well, this is the wrong way. This is the wrong way, everyone. Where is the locker rooms? It's over here, the pool.